past 10 years, Imaging and Printing Group in India has been doing the R&D, and we have built a very strong capability in what we call the core embedded systems which drive our devices, in the software which secures them, which manages them, which transforms the content.
Ajay reminds me of one of the prominent personality of Indian history, Chanakya, who happened to have same last name as Ajay. His name was Vishnu Gupta. It was his strategical thinking through which he built one of the most successful empire of Indian history, Maurya dynasty. When Ajay took over this thing, he applied his multi-dimensional strategical thinking to, on one side, focus on strengthening our core competencies of firmware and software, and on the other side, new areas like cloud, mobility, live paper kind of stuff. I'm proud to say today we have best people in these leading edge technologies.
He was one who was the one who walked with people like Vijay and Stephen Naidu and still be available as a common person to us, very approachable and very open in his thoughts. And he's one person who really met the triumph and disaster equally and same, and bounced back completely as the same person or much better person, and that was really a very inspirational thing. And
there is no way you can think of any kind of negativity coming out in the system. The energy what he brings into any kind of system is really mind-boggling, I would like to say.
The first time I met Ajay, the very first thing that really struck me was his amazing energy levels.
He is inspirational in two fronts. One is professionally as well as personally. Professionally, one thing I like about Ajay is his foresightness and strategic thinking. That is very much prominent in Ajay. Personally, as everybody knows, is willpower and commitment to work. That's what makes me like about Ajay's characteristics.
Talking about Ajay, Ajay has been one of the most dynamic and enthusiastic personality I have ever met in HP. It's extremely difficult to summarize his contribution in leading Hub, in shaping Hub what is current state today. I really admire his willpower which he has shown to come out such a medically challenging situation. It's truly inspirational for anybody who has come in touch with him.
A couple of strengths like his passion. He's amazingly driven. So that amount of passion I've not seen in many people, and the commitment and the clarity of thought. That's amazing.
And actually Ajay was responsible for hiring me, so he's one of the main reasons why I am in HP. So he has always remained the same, like whenever you see him, he's always smiling and with lot of inspiration. And the best thing was, like, I saw people who are around him are also very happy. So I don't know whether his smile is infectious or his enthusiasm is infectious. He's a person who can turn things around.
The first time I met with Ajay when he was leading HP Labs, I was impressed with his technical depth and his knowledge, and also his business acumen. The first time when I met officially, when he took a charge as a VP for R&D Hub, it was amazing that he was so clear about his vision, what he wanted to get out of the hub. The 5 years back, which seems to be impossible, very hard, unreasonable, I feel that it is a reality today.
One inspirational thing about Ajay that I like is when we are stuck with a problem, when we have an issue, when we approach him, he imbibes the positive energy that he carries into the engineers. Of course, he critiques, but most of the times I see it's a critic that helps you overcome the problem and makes you think better. So there are many instances where we had a meeting, came out and thought like, oh, why did I not thought of this earlier? Or hey, this is a nice idea, why didn't I think of this? And then we go back, and that energy that he gives us, or that critic, helps us in turn build a new idea and come back with more energy and work on the problem and solve that. So that's one good thing.
I still remember my first meeting with Ajay, and in a couple of minutes you can make out like Ajay is a totally no-nonsense person, means business, has technical insight to what he talks. For me, like Ajay inspires you to think out of the box.
Can problems stay around the person who is unconquerable? Let it be the business side of the problem or the deep technical. He knows how to handle them.
So when I was going through the various rounds of interview before joining HP, his was the final round. And at that time I didn't know that this is the person who is basically heading the group which I am appearing for. So I just went casually assuming he is another, probably a line manager, and he never gave a feeling that he is someone who is really at the level what he is at. And he tried to put me at ease, and he basically started talking in a very informal manner and discussed about the kind of things what I had done.
Ajay is phenomenal, so the only thing I can think of is to really wish him well. I mean, he has huge spirit, he has an awesome attitude. Like how they said in Dil Chahta Hai, perfection ko improve karna mushkil hai, right? So I just wish him all the best.
The problem solving skill is very unique, out of the box thinking. So we techie, we always be introvert and seeing how to solve the problem, but connecting it to the section, connecting it to the business, and overall connecting to HP, right? That is what Ajay brought us value in day to day.
So one thing is definitely his positivity. I mean, I've never seen him blame any situation.
The other thing which I like most in Ajay is that the way he challenges the people around him.
A few phrases which I don't think I can forget in my whole of my career. The first thing is he used to say that every day is a fresh day for me. What does that really mean? Like, you leave your legacies, and whatever that you think that is not right and you've not done, you leave them and focus on future, which is such a great phrase I thought about.
I remember we were something like 1 to 2 weeks away from the release. This is a very critical release. And every hour was so critical for us. But Ajay realized that people needs to be re-energized for that last lap. And he took the whole team for a blast in the evening. And I can tell you that particular gesture went a long way in that particular release.
And on the fun side, I don't know, Ajay, whether you remember, one of these conversations, he was saying that one has to be very, courageous in the office, and he said that we should live like a king, and I added saying that, and roar like a lion, and you laughed heartfully on this statement, and your smile and your laugh always eased our tensions during such meetings or during such.
Ajay wanted to see something new happening in the lab, which always set direction for many of the managers to enforce that, to think differently and try differently in their regular activities. And I see that promoted a culture of doing something different than just working. Yeah, the motive was that I want to make Ajay say wow. Like, if Ajay says wow, means that's really a wow. So getting an appreciation from him is appreciation, and it matters a lot for most of the people.
I'm so happy that I'm going to continue to work with him, and I really want to meet him whenever I travel to Vancouver, because I know he's going to be there, and he's going to work more closely with us now because I'm facing this section with him. And all the best for him, and I know he can do anything in your life.
The one thing which I would definitely like to take from him is a never say die attitude. I really think that is the best mantra I think I would like to take from him, and he has not only shown it in his day-to-day activity, but he has proved that it works, and that is what I would definitely like to take forward with me.
Okay, any last wishes to Ajay?
I would just like to thank Ajay for making what the hub is today, and we will definitely like to tell him that we are not going to stop at this point. We are just going to continue his legacy, and yeah, we are just hoping that we will continue to work with him in the future also.
I would say two things. One is his energy level, if I could take it. The other thing is his passion to do work and take things to the next level.
One thing is, I would really miss him because it's always good to have a positive enforcement around. But at the same time, I wish him all the best in his career. I think there's a trend that he changes jobs after every 5 years. So following that trend, I wish him all the best, but we will really miss him.
Ajay, I believe Ajay is a person always I can reach out, and always is a person whom I look forward and think when I have a problem at hand to solve. Yeah, thank you Ajay for.
I wish him all the very best on his health and his career aspirations, and I think Ajay has a great future as a leader, and he's a great change evangelist. That